Savannah. Good morning, and thank you for being here. It's really a huge, momentous day for Historic Savannah Foundation, and we're so happy to have you all join us. We're also joined today by some wonderful dignitaries from the city. Joe Marinelli from Visit Savannah is here. What? Okay, there you go. Joe Shearhouse from the city planning. Our city manager, Jay Melder. Nick Palumbo on the council and alderman. I also want to say, all these people behind me and with me, they're board members, they're people on part of the Davenport House Committee. We're all here together in unity to share this incredible day and event. And without further ado, we are really, really lucky today to have our mayor here. So I'm going to turn it over to him to share some words with you as well. Thank you, Mayor Johnson.
Thank you and good morning on an absolutely beautiful day in the greatest city on earth. Would you agree? Yeah. All right, so again, as aforementioned, I'm glad to have my colleague and friend Alderman Nick Palumbo from Savannah's 4th District, our city manager, and Team Savannah. We are here today to be able to celebrate the fact that even today, 288 some odd years since our city was founded, that history still speaks. It still speaks, and as it did then and as it does now, it speaks together as a community. And when you look around, you see our community here to celebrate not only hard work, but to be able to celebrate partnership, celebrate collaboration, and an absolute demand that the story be told, wherever that story is, whatever the story reveals. And so from ribbon cutting today, this story will continue to be told even beyond us. And so for us, we remain true to ourselves, and we remain true to our city, we remain true to our future, because our history helps to project us into our future. So again, so glad to be here on this absolutely phenomenal day, and thank you all so much for being here.
And now I'd like to introduce Historic Savannah Foundation Board Chair, Austin Hill.
Thank you, Sue. I'd like to point out that the world recognizes Savannah as a leader in historic preservation. So we started years and years ago planning out this preservation center so that we could not only honor the past of preservation in Savannah, the present of preservation in Savannah, but the future, as the mayor pointed out, because this effort will not stop with us, and it will not stop with generations well beyond us. So thank you so much for the many, many people who have put countless hours and efforts into making this preservation center come to life, which it is today. And I would also like to thank the late, and I'm so sorry that they're not able to be here because both have passed away, but Murray Perlman and Wayne C, whose name will be on the Preservation Center, who lived right around the corner and were incredible preservationists and supporters of Historic Savannah Foundation. Thank you all very much for being here today. We look forward to using this center to help preservationists and people who want to preserve their community and their sense of community, welcoming them to this preservation center for years and years and years to come. Thank you for being here.
And now I'm really pleased to introduce to you Gregory Anderson, who sits on the Historic Savannah Foundation board. He also is our parliamentarian, but he also headed up the building committee, and for years, to make this all happen. Gregory Anderson.
Thank you. Good morning. After years of planning, years of design and struggle, after years of talking and putting things together, we find ourselves in front of this edifice today in celebration. Many people have been involved in this right from the beginning. I'm glad to be part of it today. We said that we were going to do something, and we did it. First phase is what you see before you today, and greater things are beyond the way. Certainly would like to talk about the volunteers on our committee and throughout this whole process that put in their time, put in their treasure and their efforts to make this a reality. Also like to certainly acknowledge the staff. Without the staff of HSF, we wouldn't be here today. Tremendous group of people. Also would like to acknowledge the design and construction team. Felder and Associates, tremendous effort by a very talented group of young people. And our contractor, Brooks Construction Company, who did a tremendous job under dire conditions. If you've ever been building within a pandemic, let me tell you, it's more than a notion. So we take our hats off to a group of folks today that I'm very proud to stand before you and say that today we'll cut a ribbon of many years of planning. Thank you.
Thank you, Gregory. And now I'd like to introduce to you one of the main part of the construction team, Josh Brooks with Brooks Construction, who is our immediate past board chair and been a supporter of HSF for years. And his incredible work on this project stands before you. But here's Josh Brooks.
Well, first I want to say a big thank you to the Board of Trustees for choosing us and trusting us to build this landmark project. This project was unique in the fact that it had renovation, new construction, and preservation all rolled into one. Like every great project, it starts with the best partners, Felder and Associates Architects, Tharp Engineering, Doug Mund, the list goes on and on. What was unique about this project was the foresight of Sue Adler and Jamie Cradle with the Davenport House and their staff. This is how projects should be, collaborative, transparent, everybody going in the same direction. We're just privileged to be a part of it. We thank everybody who allowed us to be.
This sort of concludes our presentation to everyone. I just want to make a few announcements to you. You are welcome into the Preservation Center for some light refreshments and fun. Feel free also to go into the new shop on the Kennedy Pharmacy, which was restored. It's the new Davenport House Museum shop. We hope you will wander through there while you're here as well. And the one missing piece, which is on its way, in the new space, on the back wall, you're going to see a very large white wall. And what is going to be on there is the story of preservation, and I'm not going to tell you any more than that, because I'm going to invite you all to come back when it's up, which will be in a few days. But I would like to take this moment to thank a very special person who conceived that wall. He is standing to my right, your left, Gary Radke. Gary Radke was on the HSF. He's just now retired from the HSF board. We couldn't keep him anymore. He gave us many years, and he did many things for Historic Savannah, not only the work that he did with us in the Preservation Center, but also he compiled a list of every revolving fund property and easement property that we have, over 400. Took him, I believe, about 2 years. And we are grateful to him for that and for his leadership and his kindness and his support of Historic Savannah.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes,
Thank you, sir.
Same here. I'd like to have a picture with you.
Yeah, I would love that picture.